East Hampton, and I'm a member of Pax Christi International advocacy team at the United Nations. I'm a Mennonite, and before I retired, I directed the Mennonite Central Committee United Nations office in New York City, where I co-chaired the Israel-Palestine NGO working group at the United Nations. I visited Israel and Palestine a dozen times over the last 3 decades, including numerous trips to Gaza, where I visited the Mennonite-supported development projects and learned to know the staff there. The Leahy Law requires that no assistance shall be given to any unit of the security forces of a foreign country if the Secretary of State has credible evidence that such unit has committed gross violations of human rights. It is clear from the reading of this law that both the Hamas attack on southern Israel on October 7th and the subsequent 108 days of the Israeli attacks on Gaza would both constitute gross violations of human rights. Fortunately, our government has not supplied any of the weapons that Hamas used for its October 7th attack. While we have continued to provide the overwhelming majority of weapons used by the Israeli Defense Force to destroy the land, the buildings, and the people of Gaza. I will leave to the other speakers to document the destruction of Gaza, its institutions, its housing, hospitals, and universities, but will share with you the story of one person, Magid Amgad, a Palestinian friend who is a staff member of the Al-Naj Developmental Forum, one of the Palestinian NGOs that the Mennonite Central Committee supported in Gaza. Al-Naj, with Mennonite support, helped Gazan families develop home gardens and raise chickens and rabbits. Magid lived with his extended family of about 50 in a compound of houses near Gaza City. When the IDF ordered everyone to leave northern Gaza in the first week of the war, several of Magid's extended family were killed while trying to travel to the south. Let's see. When the IDF ordered everyone to leave northern Gaza in the first weeks of the war, several of Magid's extended family were killed trying to travel to the south as they had been ordered. Magid decided that it would be safer for him and his 2 small children, under 5, to go to the UN school near Gaza City. A week or so later, after moving into the school, it was bombed by the IDF, killing several people. Magid moved his family to a second school, also in the north. That school was also bombed, killing 40 people, including Magid's father, his brother, a sister, and wounded 100 others, including both of Magid's young sons. Magid reported that they were leaving that school, but he had no idea where he would go, as there was no safe place in Gaza and no place to move to. I did not hear from Magid for a month and a half, and was worried that he and his family had been killed in the massive bombings. Last weekend, I got a short message. Magid and his family had reached Rafah on the Egyptian border. My family is sick, tired, and cold. We do not even have a tent to live in, he reported. I told Magid yesterday that I would be speaking here today and asked him what he would like to share with you. He wrote, "The children have become sick. We are very tired. We need medical treatment, psychological support, and food. We long to return to our homes, even though they are destroyed. Let Massachusetts lead the way to enforce the Leahy Law, to halt the U.S. weapons shipments to Israel, and end the slaughter in Gaza. I thank you on behalf of Magid and the people of Gaza."